Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Today we're going to review a fragrance from the house of Montale. It is none other than Montale's Red Oud. Here is the box. It's a simple black box that says Montale Red Oud on it. When you open it up and take it out, you're actually going to have it in this little package here. And this is the actual bottle. So it comes in this little felt thing, slides in, ties off like that, and comes out. Now, the actual bottle, it may sound strange, and it actually looks strange a little bit, but it's this aluminum. Now, the reason why it's aluminum, after a lot of research actually on this is actually the best way to package fragrances. It's a very light aluminum. It prevents light from getting in. It's extremely light. In fact, one of the things that caught me off guard was I didn't really believe that it was 100 milliliters, but it actually is. The weight of the bottle really kind of throws things off for how heavy 100 milliliters is, but this is definitely 100 milliliters, and this is a presentation. Now, the aluminum actually also helps with the cooling of the actual fragrance itself. So, if you look at the top here, it says Montale Red Oud, and it has this little stopper here, so it's gone the route of the stopper. This pops off, and that is essentially the presentation. Now, this is the 100 milliliter. Two main sizes that this actually comes in. The 50 milliliter and 100 milliliter, and the 100 milliliter is going to run you 170. The 50 milliliter is going to run you 120. The fragrance was created by a parfumé, I believe it's Pierre Montale, the person who actually created the line. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the notes of this fragrance. The notes consist of, at our top, we have oud and pepper. In our mid, we have saffron, rose, and cumin. And for our base, we have orris root, vetiver, and sandalwood. All right. This fragrance right off the bat, this is what a lot of people call the gourmand of ouds, basically. It's an extremely popular fragrance for that matter. Oud is its main note, and that's what a lot of these Montales are based off of, but this one, it's a sweet oud. So, it's a gourmand, but it has no gourmand notes, which is really what caught me astray. So, out of all those notes that you heard listed off, the closest note to a oudy note would probably be the cumin, but even that, it doesn't come with it. And for a long time, I was trying to pin what it was that was actually causing this, and I really believe that it's actually coming from the saffron. The saffron is so creamy, it's so smooth that it comes off as this kind of vanilla-like fragrance. A lot of people say that there's vanilla in this. They swear that's vanilla in this, and I think maybe it's a possibility, but I actually think, I'm pretty sure that it's actually the sandalwood that's causing that really smooth, really sweet smell. Absolutely fantastic for that. The main notes that you're going to get off of it, it's very sweet. It's a very powerful oud. You're going to get rose as one of the main notes. You're going to get oud as one of the main notes. Saffron as one of the main notes, and sandalwood. Those four notes are really what comprise this fragrance. It's got a little bit of spiciness to it, but I've smelled cumin before. It's one of the things that I'm really tuned into. I don't really get a cumin vibe for it. Cumin may be in this, but I don't really get a cumin vibe for it. Again, rose, oud, saffron, and sandalwood. If you are a lover of sandalwood, you will like this fragrance most likely. If you are a lover of rose, you will probably like this fragrance. Although I will probably say this is a little bit of a different type of rose. It's not really a floral type of rose. It's more along the lines of a fruity-ish type of rose, if you will. Now, finally, again, the spiciness. It does have a spiciness to it, but it's not a BO spicy. That's a lot of times when I call cumin like a BO spicy, which isn't a bad BO per se. It just kind of reminds you of body odor. But either way, that's not what this. Overall, this is a spice this is a very sweet, but not overly sweet, woody, heavy sandalwoody fragrance, and that's what you get with Montale Red Oud. Now, the other major starting point for Montale Red Oud, and this is probably the most significant point of this, is Montale Red Oud is a very, very powerful fragrance. And when I say very powerful fragrance, this is the most powerful fragrance that I have yet encountered in my fragrance journey. I've come across a lot of powerful ones, but I'm going to tell a couple stories throughout this review that will kind of express. To me, Red Oud is like a really jacked up boxer who comes in, is in shape, and just starts swinging haymakers, just starts throwing haymakers, and that's all he does. No jabs, no hooks, nothing like that, just straight haymakers going for everything he's got. Baseball analogy, this is the batter that bats 100. Why does he bat 100? Or .1 for those of you who don't know, but Why does he bat that? Because he's always swinging for a home run no matter what the situation is. He's going for the fences. That's Red Oud in a nutshell. Red Oud, in a fragrance analogy, this is the 10 spray guy with only one spray. One spray is enough to make you come across as that 10 spray guy. That's Red Oud. Red Oud is that powerful. So spray-wise, coming to sprays, I actually kind of go a half a spray. I go a half a spray right to the center or to the head, and I'm done. And I'm done. That's it, believe it or not. I sprayed for, just to kind of remind myself. Obviously, I've tested this out about a long time now at this point, but I sprayed just half a spray on my hand, and my whole apartment smells like Red Oud. My entire apartment smells like Red Oud. And it's just radiating off. It's just so freaking powerful that it's just ridiculous. Half a spray, honestly, that's really all you need. Or even a spray. A spray, let's just make it simple. One spray, you're good. Trust me, people will smell you. Yeah, it's... Now, occasion-wise, that's one of the downsides of this fragrance. Occasion-wise, I couldn't really think of any good occasion to really wear this one. And that's why I just kind of give it a casual setting, fragrance-wise. If you're going out, possibly outdoorsy. Outdoorsy is another good one, too. Although, let's just forget about that. I'm thinking in my head, what would it be if an animal was attracted to the scent? Because they're damn sure going to smell it and come across and maul you, but that's just my imagination going crazy. Yeah, so casual, outdoorsy situations, that's where you wear Montale's Red Oud. Season-wise, winter. Definitely winter. Winter all over it. Don't even try it in the summer. Don't try it. I mean, as with all, this is just my suggestion. Feel free, choke people out. What do I care? But winter. This is winter. And as for age group, I would say anyone past college, a little bit more of a mature vibe, go ahead and try this one out. Performance, again, beast mode. This has just monstrous projection, monstrous sillage. Even after you've left the room, they're going to smell you for a good hour, maybe. It's got that kind of power. And as far as lasting, there's a story that I have told before of this scent, and that is of a sweater. I had actually worn this, and I had not sprayed it on my sweater. I sprayed it on my skin. And I think I went 2 sprays or something like that. This was during my testing phase. Anyways, I went, had my day, came back during the day. Obviously, the fragrance was still there, and this was a good 16 hours later. Took off the sweater, threw it in like a hamper. I think it was a sweater or a shirt. Threw it in a hamper and, went to sleep. Forgot about said sweater or hamper or shirt, and returned to it about, I think it was about 3 months later, because for some reason when I threw my clothes, it didn't land in the hamper, but it kind of landed behind it. So during my laundry cycle, I never actually washed it and took the rest of my laundry. But in any case, I came across it 3 months later, and guess what? This thing still smelled heavily like Red Oud. And it's not just like a faint whiff of Red Oud. It smelled heavily of Red Oud after taking it out of the closet. So this stuff, not only is it going to last, but it's going to stick to your skin. And this stuff is going to, stick to anything around it too. So as far as compliments go, or I'm sorry, as far as going out, and with all my fragrances, I take them out. I have people in Times Square smell it. 100 people smelled it. Of the people who smelled it, there were 45 people who liked it. Of the people who liked it, they said that it was sweet, unique. They said that it was feminine, and they also said that it was masculine. There were 45 people who disliked it, even split right across the board. They said that it was too strong, too spicy, too feminine, too manly. Go figure. People liked it because it was manly and feminine. People disliked it because it was manly and feminine. This is unisex, if you didn't know. All right? And there were 10 people who thought it was neutral. So if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, personally, I give this fragrance a rating of a 6 out of 10. Now, I should start off by saying the first month or two that I had this fragrance, I actually had this pegged as a 9 out of 10. And this came upon good recommendation too. And I still do think that this is a good fragrance. But why am I giving it a 6 out of 10? And why did I drop from a 9 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10? Well, it's simply because a couple reasons. One, this is extremely hard to wear. I just can't really fit this in something to wear. I don't want to say necessarily that it's an artsy fragrance, because I do sometimes make that distinction, but I just found it so hard to wear because of the second point, and that's that it's just too powerful. It's just too powerful for me. It's a fragrance that it has no mode except beast mode. That's it. It has no mode except on. A lot of fragrances you can usually temper how strong it is by just a small little spray or by doing something to it. You can't really do it with this one. 100 milliliter, this will last you your lifetime. One spray, trust me, this will last you your lifetime. Unless you're killing it on the sprays, and God help everyone else who's around you. But if you're a lover of strong scents, really look at this one. Give this one a try, especially if you're a lover of strong scents, sandalwood, rose, and ouds. Give this one a try. It's a very unique scent, and it's definitely going to suit you for those purposes. Alright, so if you have any questions whatsoever, let me know what your experiences are with Red Oud. Let me know what your experiences are just overall with it, or if you have any questions whatsoever. So again, thank you, take care of yourselves, and have a great day.